G'day and welcome to another awesome episode of Pooches at Play. This week we're going to bring you more great things about dogs. Tips, tricks, great products and a copious amount of cute canines.
There's something for everyone: grooming advice, health info, training tips and even some great places to travel.
Grooming advice? Mm-hmm. George, you're due for a bath. Maybe we should throw in a makeover as well.
Who doesn't love a warm bath, a bit of a trim and even a pedicure? What do you think, Das?
Well, I think everyone's going to enjoy this episode as much as these two enjoy their bath. Come on, George. Lara's going to give you a scrub.
Hey, you're helping too. A dog training career can open up a world of opportunity. You might be interested in running obedience classes, running some puppy schools. You might do search and rescue, customs, or you might even end up with a TV show all about dogs. Chris, though, you've got an exciting career. What was it that made you decide to get into dog training?
You know, Lara, as a child, I've always been fascinated about behaviour, particularly animal behaviour and human behaviour, and how they correspond and work together. And so my lifelong quest has been getting into dogs and working out what drives them, and it's just fascinating for me. So hence, it's been a 36-year-long career.
And what exactly do you do with dogs now?
We focus most of our energy into helping the community, but then a lot of it's into detection dog training and detection dog searches for narcotics and explosives. We breed Dobermans and German Shepherds so that the general community can access them, and also for other government agencies as well.
Okay, well, I'm excited because we're about to see this work in action. You ready to go?
We are ready.
All right, Chris, so we've got these canisters here, and within this is a scent somewhere, isn't there?
There is. In one of those compartments, there's an odour, and in this particular case, we have what's called a cocktail, which has all the narcotics odours for this dog.
Okay.
It's heroin, LSD, cocaine, amphetamines, and so on.
Wow, all right, and it's amongst everyday items as well. We've got some coins and rocks in there.
Yeah, and we need all those environmental distractors so that we can teach the animal that certain components or certain environments provide that odour that it has to identify. And we can actually demonstrate that to you now.
Oh, all right, so we've got Michelle and Wacko. They're ready to go. Come on, Wacko. Wow, what's happening here?
And so she indicates it by standing completely still. Have a look at the tail.
It's the first time I've seen her still.
Yeah. And so in this case, we can actually send the dog back in, and the ultimate thing is that the dog gets a reward for it, and the reward for her is the ball. And so as soon as she hits it, she'll stiffen up.
Yes.
And she hears a click.
She's waiting.
Yeah, she's waiting.
Yeah.
And that means come and get your reward.
All right, I'm going to swap this around. What happens? I'm going to come on. What am I swapping? This little canister here.
So you're welcome to swap that canister and stick it somewhere else.
Me, should I?
So stick it in here. Stick it in down. Stick it in the last one.
All right, this one in the last one. This
yeah, last one. Yeah.
Tissues and everything in there.
Yeah, and then
so
we also want you to do
it.
something special. We want you to touch every entry point because
my
we don't.
scent.
Yeah, she will know that it's your scent. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't want to
not give her any clues.
No clues at all.
Here we go, Wacko. I'm all over it.
Excellent. So how about we go again? And there she goes. She stands still until she hears the clicker and she gets reward.
And so Wacko is from a pound.
She is.
How long did it take you to train her to do this?
Well, one of the things that dogs need is a hell of a lot of repetitions. And so because Michelle trains this dog twice a day, we have done it in about 6 months, but to get it perfected takes about a year.
Wow, so this just goes to show though, I mean, Wacko was from a pound. She's a rescue dog and now she has this amazing career. So it really does go to show that there are all these beautiful dogs out there that just don't need a lot of hard work. I mean, for goodness sake, it took her, 6 months to be able to do a job like this. I just want to take her home. Can I have her?
No.
Okay. I'm with radio personality Mel Gregg and her gorgeous little moodle, Mia. A moodle?
Yes, so she's half Maltese, half toy poodle, but a lot of people say she looks like, is it the Bichon, the fancy dog?
She does, and interestingly, Darcy is apparently a Maltese poodle, but I can't see any resemblance. Now tell us, why did you decide to get a moodle?
I wanted something cute and fluffy and easy to maintain. So when I live in apartments, she can just come along and, oh, darling.
I should have said
and look at it, I needed someone that was an attention seeker like me, trying to steal the spotlight, aren't you? Sit down, good girl.
And how is she, like her hair and fur? Do you find you have to maintain it a lot?
She's non-allergic, so it's really good. She doesn't shed, which is fantastic, because again, if you're renting an apartment, they're okay with that because they know she's not going to leave a mess. But you have to take her to the groomers quite often because it's quite thick and it can get matted.
Now the poodles and also even the Maltese and that can get a little bit anxious from time to time. Has she got anxiety?
She gets separation anxiety, so I actually take her to work at the radio station every day. She doesn't bark much, so she sits underneath the panel and just sleeps through the whole show.
Aww.
Doesn't find me funny, doesn't even flinch, just lies there. So if I wasn't to take her to work with me, she'd be alone for 12 hours. So the most I leave her is about 6 to 8 hours before she really starts to get upset.
Well, that's great. She gets a little bit of work and a little bit of downtime at home as well. Oh, lovely. Now, how is she in training or any tricks?
Okay, she does do some tricks. She's toilet trained, which is great. I think you just need to learn their routine. You need to know, okay, they're going to need to go in the morning, the afternoon, and at night. And if Mummy's had too many wines, she knows to go to the door herself and say, hey, Mummy, it's time to go to the toilet. She's very clever.
Oh, good. And I also heard that Mia can dance.
Yes, she loves the attention. She can spin around and beg for her treats. And when we go for a walk, she'll get on her little legs and encourage people to come over and pat her through her cuteness and her dance moves.
Oh, beautiful.
Do you want to see?
Please.
Okay. Right, you ready, darling? She's getting dizzy.
Well done, Mia. Well, that is quite a
baby.
talent.
Good
Thanks,
girl.
Mia. Thank you for showing us your talent. Thank you, Mel.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Good girl.
You have a show of your own, Mia.
There's this great joke about two fleas finishing dinner. One flea says to the other flea, darling, shall we walk home or catch a dog? Dogs are like flea magnets, and no matter how hard we try it, we can't get rid of them. Annika, why are they such a problem?
I know, they're such an annoying problem. And, you know, the thing here is a female flea can lay up to 40 eggs.
Right.
And those eggs and the cycle can last up to 4 months. So you can just imagine it's a very hard thing to
just
break
a
this cycle.
pyramid.
Oh, it's terrible. So we actually have at Rufus & Coco some really great products to help with fleas. Now, these contain natural pyrethrins. It's a fancy word, but actually it's an ingredient that actually immobilises and kills cold-blooded insects such as fleas, lice and ticks on contact. It's extracted from chrysanthemum flowers. So the first one here is Flea. This is a shampoo. So this is going to protect your dog at the time that you wash it. If you're wanting the effect or if you're wanting a repellent to fleas to be to work for longer, 7-day flea fix is the solution. So what you can do here is rinse this over the dog. So you put a capful into a bucket, rinse it over the dog. Or the other great thing with this product is you can put it inside a bottle and use it for zone control. So you can use it on the floor, where they sit, on the couch, and it's going to stop the cycle of eggs continuing.
It's really important to clean out the whole house.
It's so important, vacuum the areas, but also using this inside the wash when you go to wash their bedding and the likes. The other awesome product that we have is this one. This is Bug Off, and this is an insecticide and repellent spray. So this is going to stop the fleas jumping on the animal when you take it for a walk. But the other thing I use this product for is to just repel flies and insects in general. So in summertime, you know, for my dog, she gets a lot of flies around her ears, so I find that to be a really helpful repellent.
Great. Well, George and I are about to go for a walk, so maybe we can get a little dose of some Bug Off.
Oh, yes.
And then we'll be protected from the fleas.
Here we go, Georgie. This one. Oh, good.
Good boy.
Good job. And down the back here. There you go. There you go.
What a good spray. You smell
Good job.
delicious.
That's the citronella oil.
All right,
that smells
Annika.
great.
Thank you very much. George says thank you too. We're going to go for a walk now.
Excellent. Have fun.
Imagine finding yourself in a distressing emergency situation with your pet and not knowing what to do. It could be the difference between life and death. If cuts are superficial, they can be flushed out and cleaned with a little bit of dilute betadine. If you need to bandage the leg to stop bleeding, for example, apply a bit of pressure and then pop the bandage on, but make sure it's not too tight so that you don't cut off blood circulation. Of course, always take your pet to the vet after you've done this, just to make sure that it doesn't need any stitches or antibiotics. Insect bites can be nasty if swelling blocks the airways. Most cases require veterinary treatment with anti-inflammatories. And of course, dogs love to share our food, but not all of it is safe. Common household toxins include grapes and sultanas, macadamia nuts, onions, peanut butter, candies or other items containing xylitol, and of course, good old coffee and chocolate. Mia, no! I reckon you've snuck in some of that chocolate bar, haven't you? Well, we're not going to take any chances. Come on. Okay, Mia. A handy little trick if you want to make your dog vomit in a hurry because you think they've eaten something they shouldn't have is to mix salt with water and make up a paste. You then give it to them like you would a tablet and that'll make them vomit pretty quickly, but then get them to the vet ASAP. All right, Mia, you ready? Okay. These are just some of the medical emergencies that can occur to any dog at any time. Fortunately, all levels of HIF pet insurance cover accidental injury. Check out their website for more information.
Giving our dogs the right food and nutrients for a long and healthy life is probably the best thank you gift that we can give them for their unwavering support and love that they show us. Chris, how can your scientific range help give them longevity in their life?
Yeah, absolutely, Lara. The two, we've got two products there in the scientific range. One is called Wellbeing. Now that's been formulated especially for the older dogs. Normally they're carrying a little bit of weight, and when they're carrying weight, they're also starting some arthritic conditions are starting to creep in as well. Not only that, maybe some autoimmune diseases might be there, like diabetes and that sort of stuff. So what we've done there is we've really dropped the fat level in it. It comes in at 6%. So it's immediately going to help them start losing weight rather than a higher fat.
Weight, yes. Not much different to us, really, is it?
It's exactly the same, you know, and that the ingredients that we're putting in as well, you know, derived from human consumption facilities and that as well. So it's all human grade. The second one we have is called sensitive skin, and it sort of speaks for itself. You know, lots of dogs that we know are going to have this issue sometime in their life. So, you know, they're scratching, there's itching, there's constant biting themselves and that sort of stuff. Really what we want to do is just go in and fix the problem, take that inflammation away. So the ingredients that we put through our sensitive skin are all about those omega-3 properties as well.
You know, a lot of people love to give their dogs treat, but it's equally important to make sure when we are giving treats that they're good for them as well and adding benefit.
Yeah, so we've got a small range of treats, but they're all natural. It's a full seafood range. There again, we're chasing those omega-3s.
Right, okay.
One of the other ones that we do have those, the shark cartilage.
Yes.
And the shark cartilage is obviously good for the joints.
Okay. We see that a lot. I never used to see that around, and now you kind of see it everywhere, so it's obviously good for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that sounds like a good way to give them a long, healthy life. If you would like to give your dog the best chance of living forever would be ideal. Visit the Pooches at Play website for more information, or if you want to find out about the big dog range, visit theirs.
So, Cameron, this is Spencer, the Cha-Cha?
Yeah, the Chow Chow.
Chow Chow, which is what?
A Chinese lion dog.
You are probably the cutest puppy I've ever seen. So, Spencer's quite famous. He had his first birthday recently.
He did.
And who came along?
We had a couple of dozen of his Instagram fans, which was a little strange at first, but meeting people that follow your dog, but we had a good time.
So Spencer's that popular amongst his fans, he has his own line of socks?
He does, yeah. One of his fans contacted him and said, look, we're really keen to make some Spencer the Chow socks, and we had a little 10-day sale and they sold pretty quickly.
He's famous on everybody's paws. Now, he's a very, very furry dog. Is he hard to groom?
He's not too bad. They shed seasonally, so twice a year. I give him a brush once a week, and yeah, my house doesn't look too bad at the end of the week when I give it a vacuum, so it's not too bad.
And what's it like having a famous puppy? What's it like living through your puppy's life?
It's nice. I get to turn frowns upside down. Some people that you walk past in the street don't look too happy, and you can all of a sudden see their day get a little bit brighter, which is nice.
Well, you've certainly given me a big smile today, Spencer. Lovely to meet you, mate. Go forth and make people happy. It's important that your dog gets exercise every day, but unfortunately sometimes we're too busy with work or we're away on a holiday. I'm taking a lovely stroll this morning with Chloe from Paw Shake. Hi, Chloe.
Hey, how are you?
Really good. So you are a professional dog walker?
Yeah, pretty much.
How did you get involved?
So at first I was just interested in getting some money, outside of work when I'm free. And so I Googled, what can you do?
Yep.
And I found out about dog walking, which is, the perfect pastime.
And what do you love most about it?
Well, I love the fact that I've got a really small apartment and so I can't have a dog myself like I did when I was younger. So I still have the responsibility and I still get to play with all the dogs without the cost of it and stuff like that.
Absolutely, and you're providing such a great service, especially for elderly people who are less mobile now as well.
Yeah, and people that have, you know, broke their legs and can't get out for a short period of time, stuff like that.
And I imagine it's a great way to get some exercise while earning some dollars.
Yeah, it's great for your fitness, physical health, and, you know, mental health too, outside in the sun.
Mental health especially. So many best friends to hang out with.
Exactly.
So what kind of troubles do you come across? Do you find you have to be careful about which dog you mix with the others? And
Yeah, so you have to find out from the owner what about their temperament and their personalities so that you're making sure the friendly ones are with the friendly ones, the ones that don't like dogs aren't with them, and different councils have rules as well. Like in Bayside, you can only have 4 dogs per person.
Right.
So you got to watch out for stuff like that.
And I imagine the most important part is it's your business to pick up your dog's business.
Exactly right. I guess that's a big part of the job.
Well, there you have it. If you'd like to get a dog walker like Chloe, head to pourshake.com.au. In the meantime, we're going to head off on a lovely stroll.
Sounds good.
Getting away with the family in a caravan is always a great Aussie holiday, especially because there's a lot of caravan parks that are dog-friendly now. So I thought we'd check out this Big Red by New Age caravan.
You mean the dog-friendly features of this caravan?
Yeah, dog-friendly. Have you seen this storage?
Yes, great for dog gear. All in one spot, can't lose it.
Yeah, great dog gear. Look at these speakers. Are they Bluetooth? George loves Bluetooth.
How would I know?
Are they 15-inch alloys? Look at the size of this bed. And the big screen TV. That takes 12 and 240 volts.
I'm glad you like the TV, Gyton, but this is about the Pooches. And Georgie can have his own bed. You just fold down the table and put a cushion on top. And in the summertime, he can be kept nice and cool with the split system aircon and toasty warm in the winter.
That is pretty cool. Have you seen the size of this shower with a detachable shower head?
And it's got a nice deep base, so Georgie can have a wash. And speaking of washing, have you seen the washing machine?
A washing machine? This place has got everything, including the kitchen sink.
Gosh, Gyton. And importantly for George, we have some extra storage in here, so you can put all his gear in one spot. It's really important so you don't lose it, particularly his frisbee.
Lucky George. Speaking of storage, let's check outside.
Once you've found yourself a dog-friendly caravan park on Take Your Pet, you'll need to find out what rules apply, whether allowed on or off leash, or if there's any seasonal conditions.
If they do need to be on leash, there's some fantastic spots here to secure your pup.
This is good because you've got your awning to keep them cool in the summertime and also plenty of shade underneath the van.
My favourite part is that when you've got to fill up the water bowl, there's a tap on the drawbar.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So if you want to check out the Big Red and other pooch-friendly caravans, head to newagecaravans.com.au. Caravanning is a great way to see the country, and the team at Family Parks know that many of us like to bring our pets along for the adventure. After all, they need the occasional holiday too. With listings covering everywhere from Tasmania and the South Australian countryside to the rural heart of Queensland or the coastal fringes of Western Australia. There's no shortage of options for you and your furry friend to park up the van and explore this amazing country of ours. For those heading to northwestern Australia, make sure you check out the Cove Holiday Park. Located in the picturesque coastal town of Port Sampson in the Pilbara region, it's a coastal oasis surrounded by picturesque beaches with whale watching, coral gardens, heritage trails and loads more attractions. The park is close to all the local attractions and has sites to suit any traveller. The modern facilities make a stay at the park even more comfortable, and what's more, the views are amazing. Bring the family and your furry friend for a holiday like no other. For more pet-friendly accommodation ideas, visit takeyourpet.com.au.
Dogs have come a long way from their original wolf ancestors. There's so many different breeds, shapes, sizes now, but the one thing they still have in common is a behaviour pattern, really, isn't it, Robert?
Indeed, it's quite simple. Underneath that hairy exterior, all dogs are dogs.
They are. And does instinct play a role in how dogs behave?
Well, instinct is not really a word which we like using in behaviour. What we'd like to think of is behaviour has various ways, degrees, you might say, or dimension of learning. Some things occur the first time instantly.
Yes.
They don't require much learning, if any at all.
Yes.
And an example of that would be a puppy. When it first comes out of the nest, it'll chase something which is small and rapidly moving. And that could be another puppy, or it could be a ball, for instance. And that mimics the hunting behaviour, which they'll, in the wild, have to do later on.
And why does, so, like in one dog, you know, a behaviour becomes a problem, but in other dogs it's not?
Well, often it's to do with the environment. It could be that what one dog's barking in one situation is quite natural and normal. In other instances, it's because it's highly distressed. So we have to look at the environment, the dog's tendency to behave that way, and what it's learned.
And what can we do as owners to help if, you know, if we see a dog is getting a behaviour and it is starting to become a bit of a problem? Like, can interactive toys, or, you know, is there a way of diverting what they might want to be doing through other methods?
Oh, yes. For instance, you might have a dog which is trained in an apartment to chase a ball for a food reward. But it's not too good with people visiting.
Yes, right.
So when the visitor's coming in the door that way, you throw the ball the other way. So the dog, in fact, is chasing that ball and having a happy association. Hopefully in time, they will learn, yes, when visitors come, I get the ball thrown. Hey, that's good. So I'm more tolerant to the visitor.
So we can sort of use interactive toys and means to help stimulate them and divert their attention away from what's causing the problem, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of the toys, you see, require somebody to be on the other end of them to give it the fun. I mean, like a ball, somebody's got to throw it back again.
Yes.
By themselves, the dogs won't play with the ball for very long.
No.
They need someone to boogie with. So really, if we want to solve these problems, we've got to think like a dog. Get down to their level, look at the world, listen to the world, feel the world. In fact, think emotions in the dog. And once we've sorted that out, that driver for the behaviour, we're halfway towards solving the problem.
Okay, all right. Well, if you'd like to find out more information about behaviour and also some great Aussie dog products that can help, visit the Pooches at Play website. Well, Dars, it's time to say bye for another week. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show and hopefully learned a bit along the way too.
If you're after more information or haven't quite had your Pooches fix, jump online and check out the website for more hints and tips about all things dogs.
Or you can join our Facebook page and tell us what you'd like to see, or even just tell us a little bit about your furry friends.
Thanks very much. We'll see you next time. Come on, George.
All right.